Do you mind talking a little bit about how this running relates to your sobriety and how maybe you came to that point or how they intersected?
Absolutely. How does the running is a big piece of my recovery. It's not something I depend on for my recovery. When I say recovery, I mean recovery from alcohol and drug abuse, or addiction rather. Running can't be the answer to my recovery, because I'm gonna get injured, I'm gonna get hurt. The running might not always be there, but it is good therapy. And I find that at these races of ultra long distances, there are many people like me there. So I have many friends in recovery, I have many friends in long running. And then if you want to think of the Venn diagram, I have some really great friends of that place where those two things intersect, and there are tons of people where those two things intersect. It seems as if we talked about the question, what's wrong with you, that you would run 100 miles. I find that there is a lot of people who deal with mental illness, with addiction, eating disorder, those kind of things, drawn to that long running game, probably because it takes an obsessive type of mind, probably because you really have to get to know yourself. And here's something I think is interesting. Some people will say, oh, you're exchanging addictions. You know, you gave up booze, you picked up running. I ran through my last drunk. So I can't say that that's true. What's the draw of running 100 miles, a friend asks. Like, in a sentence, what's the draw? She's right to aim for the short answer. People have things to do. It's so beautiful out there in the middle of the night, I say, even when it's really hurting. Night running is magic. There's something very spiritual about ultras too. I sometimes have this little feeling near the end that I don't want it to end, although I'm happy it's ending. Then there's the people, the community. That's more than one sentence. Camaraderie, curiosity, and spirituality. Oh, and stupidity too, I say. That's definitely in there. That's a list. That's not a sentence. The topic changes. On June 26, 2006, I was a broken and isolated man who no longer wanted to live, who couldn't imagine life drunk or sober, who just couldn't imagine living anymore. In fact, I was putting a gun in my mouth. When I look back at that day, I see myself in jagged fragments, pieces of me scattered around the floor. I knew my addiction was bigger than me, and I knew there had to be something in this universe bigger than it. I reached out to that higher power. I strung one moment to the next, breath by sober breath, and I was miserable without the chemicals. I haven't had a drink or a mind-altering substance since that day. I'm grateful for that, and I feel blessed, lucky, visited by grace. I'm putting gaiters on, and gaiters are just one more thing to keep stuff out of my shoes. You really want to protect those feet. And granted, I'm going to go through streams, creeks, and water's going to get in there and so on. But I need this to be as protected as I can.